In this video, we're going to be learning how to do a walking horizontal hip circle, which would look like this. So it's a somewhat complex movement. So if you have not seen my video on just a regular horizontal hip circle in place, which is this one, I highly recommend that you check that out before doing this video because it explains in detail how to do that movement. But just to recap, in case you haven't seen it, the horizontal hip circle, we're going to be using a sliding motion and a forwards and back. So when I come back, you again want to make sure, just a reminder, that you are contracting your abdominal muscles. So you don't want to have a curved back. You want your back to be flat when you pull back. So remember to do that. So the horizontal hip circle without walking would just be sliding forward, sliding, pulling back. So when we travel with it, first I'll just show you the step we use to travel, which is very simple. It's just going to be stepping out and bringing the other foot together. Stepping out, bringing the foot together. Stepping out, bringing the foot together. Stepping out and bringing the other foot in. And it would be the same going to the other side. So just practice this, get that feeling, stepping out, stepping together, and stepping out, and stepping together. So let's go to the right, your right. So what we want to do when we add the steps is we're going to start by slide your hips out to the left. And then what you're going to do is you are going to start to step your right foot out and bring your hips around for that first part of the horizontal hip circle. So bring them to the front. And when your hips are in front, you want to have both feet on the ground. And you're going to continue sliding your hips around to the right. As you do that, you're going to pick up your left foot. So that's when you pick up your foot and bring it in. And then you're going to continue that circle. Now we're going to step with that left foot as we pull our abs in, push the hips to the back. And then as we slide the hips to the left, that's when we're going to pick up our right foot. So again, we start, weight is on the left leg, and hips are sliding in that same direction. So whenever your weight is on one leg, in this, your hips should be sliding in the direction of that leg. So if your weight is on your left leg, your hips are sliding to the left. If your weight is on your right leg, your hips are sliding to the right. And whenever your weight is on both legs, that means your hips are either forwards or back. So that might help you get the coordination. So again, we start with sliding out, lifting the right leg. As I step with my right leg, I push my hips out to the front, and as I take my weight off the left leg, that's when I'm sliding. So I've just done the first half of that horizontal hip circle. And now as I step my left leg down, I bring my hips to the back, and as I pick the right leg up, I slide the hips out to the left. Yeah, so it's stepping once, and as I switch the weight, I've done one half of this circle, and stepping again, and now I'm doing the back half of the circle. So with every complete step, I'm doing one half of the circle. And slide. Forward and slide. Back and slide. Forward and slide. Back and slide. Let's try it going the other way. So this would be your left. You are following me. So we're going to start by sliding our hips to the right and picking our weight up off of the left leg. And now as we step our left leg, we're going to push the hips to the front, slide them over to the left, lifting the weight off of that right leg. Step on the right leg as we pull our hips around to the back and bring our weight to the right leg, and our hips are slid out to your right, ready to go to the left. So again, forwards and left and back and right. Forwards and left, back and right. One more, forwards, back, left and right. Let's try that again, going to the right. And we're just gonna try to smooth it out and maybe speed it up just a little bit. So again, sliding our hips the opposite direction from our travel. So that's gonna allow us to start that circle. The hip circle, for this, we're always going to be doing the hip circle in the same direction that we're traveling. That's a lot easier if you start to do it backwards. It could look cool, but it's very complicated, so we won't be doing that. So we start with our hips to the left, and we're gonna step forward, slide, step back, and slide. Forward, slide, back, slide. Forward, slide, back, slide, step, slide, step. One more, step, slide, step, and slide. Let's do that going the other way. Prepare by sliding your hips out to the right, and step and slide, step and slide, step and slide, step and slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide. One more, slide, step, and slide. Let's try that again because I know this is complicated. It takes a lot of practice. So, forward, slide, back, slide. Forward, slide, back, slide. Forward, slide, back, slide. Forward, slide, back, and slide. Going the other way. Forward, slide, back, slide. Forward, slide, back, slide. Forward, slide, back, slide. Forward, slide, back, and slide. And let's just add in a little transition so that we don't have to stop in between directions. So we're going to do 4, going, let's say to the right, 2, 3, but on the 4th one we're going to stop right here when our hips are pushed out. So we're going to do 3.5. And then instead of stepping that left foot, we're just going to touch it in. And notice our hips are slid out to the right. So that's just going to prepare us to start going back to the left. 1, 2, 3, and a half, and touch. So it's 3.5 circles. Yeah, 3 complete, and then 1 we just do the front half. So are you ready? Let's try that. Sliding the hips out to the side, and 1, and back, and 2, and back, 3, and back, and a half, and touch. Other way, and back, 2, back, 3, back, and a half, and touch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and touch. Half, half, half circle, half circle, half circle, half circle, half circle, touch. Let's do it again. Forwards and back, step and step, half circle and touch. And 1, and 2, and 3, and a half, and touch. So that is a walking hip circle, which is a great way to do that hip circle but move around a little bit. You can do it, say, in a diagonal. Will look completely different even though it's the same movement. It's a lot of fun, and it is quite complicated, especially because this is where we start getting to separating the hips from the feet. So that is really important if you want to take your belly dancing to the next level. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and happy practicing.